Hey everybody, Anastasia here. So, dreams, the dreams that we have when we start out. I think we can all relate to when we're younger, having this set of goals, let's say, of how we envision the life that we want to create, right, as an artist. We set these benchmarks, we set these goals, we have these expectations, and then life happens. I'm sure that a lot of you may have already hit this mark on your path where suddenly the dream is not unfolding the way it was meant to. From my personal experience, I learned that lesson like really harshly. At some point, I was going along and I really thought that I was on the path and that it was unfolding in its own way, but it was unfolding. And then suddenly, everything fell apart. When I say everything fell apart, I literally mean everything fell apart. My marriage, I experienced illness in my family, I experienced death in my family, big financial challenges, everything just kind of all piggybacked on top of each other. The thing that was the hardest to accept was the fact that this life that I had been building, that I had invested so much effort and energy into, was just nothingness now. It was dust. It just felt at the time, it felt like it was meaningless and that I had to stop in my tracks because I was never going to achieve that dream. And I remember that at the time, I had a really good friend who said to me, well, why don't you just dream a different dream? Create a new one. And my reaction at the time was, and how do you expect me to do that? I was still mourning the old dream. I was grieving that dream. And I couldn't really see how I was going to be able to come up with a new one. Because my whole adult life was predicated on the prior one. It was part of my identity, that dream. So when that friend said that, I kind of wanted to punch him in the face. Because, it seemed like a really callous thing to say. It was so like, oh, we'll just, create a new dream. Yeah, easier said than done. But you know what? Now I'm like 4 years down the line from that conversation, and he was right. There's something that I've learned, and it's something now that is my go-to, and that is that the one thing that you can count on, because it's the nature of the universe, is change. Now, some people, and I am one of those people, have a difficult time with change and embracing change because it means you have to let go of something. Oftentimes you have to let go of something that you really care about. But there is value in learning how to let go. When we embrace that and we accept it, then look at the other side of this. The other side is, oh my gosh, I can rely on change. You can rely on the fact that nothing ever stays the same. So therefore, you don't ever have to feel stuck. You don't ever have to feel like there's no hope. Hope and faith and all of those things exist because of change, because change exists. So when you look at it from that perspective, it's actually a freedom. Nothing ever has to make you feel like all hope is lost and you have no other alternative. And if you are in a position like that, then you are somebody who is facing a lot deeper challenges than those of us who just didn't achieve a goal, right? You're facing survival. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all of us in the world who have a roof over our heads and have enough food and water and shelter and can get a job, and we have our health and we can go from A to B. There's no reason to feel like you're stuck. because you're not. As soon as I kind of was able to embrace that, then I could really see the wisdom in my friend's advice, which is create a different dream. And that became actually really exciting. So create a different dream. Can you do it? Are you ready? It's really way simpler than you may think, because you know what? The new dream may be even better than the old one was. The new dream is coming from a completely different place. It's coming from a place of experience and wisdom and inspiration. That's how I'm moving forward, me personally. I've grieved and I've mourned the old dream, and I've seen the value that it had in my life, and I am trying to be kinder and gentler with myself and saying I gave that dream my all, and so it didn't work out, and now I've got to move on, and I've got to reinvent my dream, reinvent myself, and dust myself off and get back to work. So that's what I'm going to do. And I wish that for all of you out there who may be feeling stuck or disillusioned, I hope that you can get up, dust yourself off, and look at the perspective of creating a new dream and creating a new reality for yourself, because you can. Believe me, you can. I know it's not easy. I know sometimes it really sucks. But when you come out the other side of it, it's really exciting. And I'm rooting for you.